What's going on, guys? It's supercharged back with you with my actual first video of my Grand Prix. I know I don't post many videos. I'm just that kind of guy that goes and watches videos. But today's the day I officially am going to be posting back to back about this car. This is actually my first car I've ever had. For my first video, I'm about to do a walk around in the car just so you guys can get a deal of what's in store in the car right now and what I'm going to be doing to it in the near future. So other than that, let's get started. So this is my gem right here. It's the 2001 Coupe Special Edition with about 220,000 kilometers on it, which is also known as about 140,000 miles. This car, when I bought it, had a couple of problems. Had a fuel line leak. It has some tranny leaks. The tranny lines are replaced. I actually had to rebuild the tranny on the car because the tranny lines were leaking really bad, and by the time I fixed it, third gear's clutch already burned out. So I got the tranny rebuilt. The only thing that this car needs right now is a valve cover gasket because the valve cover gasket is leaking. It has a couple rust spots here and there, but in a few months she's going to be spotless. I'm going to be keeping you guys updated on this car back and forth just so you guys can stay with me on how the progress. Now, first things first is these rims. These are the 16 spoke rims. Came with the special edition. It's kind of growing on me. At first I didn't really like them, but it's actually not bad. It actually matches with the car a bit. Now the special edition also came with a rear kind of lip spoiler and these exhausts right here. I know the original GTPs have like the single ones on each side, but this one has the quads, which is actually not bad. And coming to the front of the car, we got these hood scoops that they're not functional, but they actually look nice on the car, especially when I'm driving. You kind of see it over the hood, and it actually looks pretty nice. It definitely gives this car a nicer look. I will be hoping to make them functional one day, but we'll see what happens. Coming into the interior of this car, this has the kind of beige leather interior. Now when you guys hop into the car, the first thing I noticed was, and everyone else would notice, is the Grand Prix Special Edition badging on the side of the leather. Into this car, it has, as you can see, 223,000 kilometers on it. This car is in pretty good shape. Has no rips or tears other than the driver's seat a bit of the springs are pretty worn out. I'm gonna get that fixed in our upholstery shop. But this is the center dash of the car. All that, the boost gauge goes there and everything goes there. Now these are the cup holders. Ignore my little protein shake here. This is the whole interior of the car. As you can see, the Grand Prix anniversary, or sorry about that, special edition badging right on the other side of the door. This also comes with a sunroof that I always wanted a Grand Prix with a sunroof, so I was definitely looking for that. Now there's the rear of the car. Pretty spacious. I can fit a lot of my friends in there. Can fit about a 6-foot person in there pretty easily. So it's a long car, long but a two-door. As I was saying about the rust, you can also see the rockers are completely rusted out. I'm getting all that done in about 2-3 weeks. Underneath is also like a complete hole through the whole rocker panel. You can't lift the car from the panels here. You actually have to go way into the frame and actually lift it up from the frame of the car. So I got to get that fixed as soon as possible. The rest of the rust, you know, here and there, the gas cap, the rear fenders, and the right rear fender. I mean, these are rust spots that I'll probably finish up real soon. These are all going to get finished up in a few weeks. This spoiler, you can see the paint's a bit gone on it. The guy before me only drove it in winter. It was his winter beater, so I'm gonna get this done the same time I'm getting the hood scoops a bit. You know, you see the paint is a little bit gone on them. They are plastic, but I'm still gonna do a little touch up, make them look at least more attractive. Because it has a couple snow chips from all the snow here. I'm gonna get that done as well. That's all gonna get done in the next 2-3 weeks on this car. Has stock headlights, stock fog lights, nothing special yet. Now let's get to the main important part, which is this is the engine of my car. The guy before me put MSD wires and he replaced the head gaskets. The valve cover gasket is leaking. I mean, I'm gonna get that fixed eventually. The only modifications other than the MSD wires that I actually put recently was this flexible hose tube, kind of a fender well intake. It goes right behind the light. It's actually right over the fog light, like right between the fog light and the headlight. It's like a low filter that's kind of a Spectre filter tucked in there, and that really is giving it cold air. I didn't want any open cone. I didn't want anything around here because of the heat of the engine and the exhaust manifold. So I really want to go the fender well pass, so I decided to get this. My friend actually had a flexible hose, so we used the flexible hose. He had a couple clamps and a coupler. We tucked it in and we bought the filter, and now the car, you can definitely hear the supercharger more. Other than that, my future modifications for this car next are actually a 180 T-stat, 104 spark plugs, and I'm going to be getting a downpipe, a 3-inch downpipe catted, because I live in Canada. We can't have catless. I'm also going to be dropping this to 3.4 after I do all that. So we're going to turn on the car so you guys can hear the engine of the car. And this is from the throttle body, so you guys can hear the supercharger better. Now this car, especially with the intake, is what really wakes these superchargers up. I get a lot of people staring at me when I just fly by going over 3,000 RPM, because you can really hear the supercharger after that RPM. That's when the supercharger really kicks in, the noise of it. So a lot of people turn their heads back when I'm gonna buy them. So it's not a common sound you hear nowadays with the cars nowadays. As you can see, I rebuilt my transmission. It's nice and clean. Getting headers hopefully one day soon, but I'm first going to start with the downpipe. And just to give you guys an exhaust clip of the car with revving it, so I'm just going to put the camera down and you guys can hear it from here. And this is my conclusion of this car. You know, I bought it for 900 bucks actually, which is not a bad deal for what it's actually doing. It actually sounds like a really healthy engine. I did a full inspection on the car from a mechanic, and he said the engine is really healthy. You know, it can last me a pretty long time. Just keep an eye on it. I also got this supercharged, you know, little banner on the back. I'm not a sticker guy. I don't like putting stickers on cars, but I thought that was worth it because the badges on the side were just not enough for me. So I just wanted to get that. Now this is the full, let me get a full little glimpse of the car. So this is the car, a lot in store for it for the future. I will be posting videos of 0 to 60s, and at the track I will be putting my GoPro on the corner and getting it in runs and stuff, and see, so you guys can see how this car is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, my first video. This is the conclusion of it. This car I will have a lot in progress for this car to make it a lot faster, make it a lot more attractive. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. And Kazra signing out. Peace.